Hello, Noble people. My name is The Noble, and today we're going to be talking about my predictions for the Pokemon Presents. As of recording this, it is only a week away from the Pokemon Day presentation, and obviously I already talked about some general what I want to see from ZA, but I have actually listed down some predictions for the overall event of Pokemon Day, so I kind of want to talk about it in this video. For this video's predictions, I'm decided to do a bingo card. I've seen other people do bingo cards, and I think it would be fun that when I'm recording the video and also streaming the reaction to the Pokemon Day Live, I can have like a little fun game. I did a 3x3 grid, so 9 total slots for bingo, no free space. I just wanted it to be a little simple. A lot of people tend to do really big ones, and they have to have like a lot of dud, like obviously, they're probably going to talk about like Pokemon Cafe, maybe do some Unite updates, but I want to actually have some like big hitters on the bingo board. So most of the stuff on this bingo board is stuff that I would genuinely be really excited if it got shown in the Pokemon Day. So some obvious stuff I decided to exclude. Most notably, I decided to exclude any gameplay of the games because if we are getting showcased no gameplay for ZA, I think my hype will actually go down. Like, they have to show gameplay. We've been literally waiting an entire year to get news on this game, so they kind of have to show at least something. But that's kind of obvious, and some stuff is a little outlandish, so I do want to have a fair bit of warning. Now, I do recommend you try and do this bingo sheet for yourself. I think it's a fun way to interact with the Pokemon Day Presents, and I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm hoping some of this stuff comes true. So without further ado, let's hop into what is actually on my bingo sheet. Starting out with the first 3 things actually on this, I decided I wanted to do some just bland ones. So a new Mega Forms, new Forms, and just new Pokemon shown. Very basic. Now, I did actually have a new Legendary also on this list, but I decided that would also fill the slot of a new Pokemon, so I decided against it. A lot of people think that the A in ZA might be a squirrel Pokemon, because obviously Xerneas is supposed to be the tree. Like, if you don't know, a lot of the stuff with like the ZA or Aura Pokemon is all around actually Norse mythology, which is really interesting. So a lot of people think that the actual A Pokemon is supposed to be the squirrel or Ratatasker in Norse mythology. So that's kind of the new Pokemon I'm expecting, but we might get like a completely different one. We had Enamorus in Legends Arceus, so we might get a kind of like random side Pokemon as well. So we'll just actually have to wait and see. But I'm really excited for new Megas, and I'm also excited for new past or future forms whenever those are going to be. Now, I'm hoping we get both. A lot of people might think that we might only technically get one. But the idea that we can Mega Evolve forms of Pokemon and their normal forms and get 2 different types of Mega Evolution and have 2 base forms, it's really cool to me because it just has a lot more diversity with how you actually play Pokemon. So I'm happy with these first 3 picks, and I'm almost positive at least one of them is going to be shown. If they don't show us a new Mega, I think a lot of people will be disappointed. They have to at least show us the starters, which is kind of why the starters aren't on the list, and I kind of figured the starters would get Megas. So they have to show at least one of these things, and I'm more confident about a Mega, not necessarily the form, and we'll just have to wait and see if we hear a new Pokemon War at the end of the trailer or whatever. But I think these 3 are definitely one of the easy of the barrel, but also still excited for on this bingo card. Now, the next 3 is a little bit outlandish. A Gen 5 remake, a new spin-off game, and a Gen 10. Now, we are due, technically speaking, for a new game because we went all 2024 without a game, and obviously we're getting ZA, but technically in terms of how they release stuff, we should be due for a remake of some kind, and also we might have the next generation on the back burner. Like, we might get something like they did with Gen 9 where they showcased the starters really early, and I don't know if I want Gen 10 just yet. I kind of want them to take their time with new generations of Pokemon. That being said, it would still be cool to see Gen 10. With a Gen 5 remake, I actually don't know how I feel about Gen 5 remakes because they can go 2 ways. They can either do a actual remake, kind of like how they did Omega Ruby, not like Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Those remakes were bad. If they do like a new type of Mega remake, I would actually get more involved in that, and I actually might get it. And if they decide, it's gonna be hard because they're gonna have to decide, do we do Black White 1 or Black White 2, or do they even make a third one? Like, what are they planning to do? And I think there is a lot that they could do or could make, but it's still kind of up in the air and we don't know. Now for the spin-off game, a lot of people are talking about how they might do another mystery dungeon, maybe a mystery dungeon remake. However, there was in the big Terra leak that happened with Pokemon, it got revealed that there was actually a Battle Royale style Pokemon game that was actually like a character one. It wasn't like Unite. It was like actually like a third person Battle Royale Pokemon-esque game where you like ride on the back of your Pokemon. There was like really cool moves, like Garchomp would like go underground and move around. You had Electivire, and they're actually pretty cool. And that did get supposedly canceled, but then a similar Pokemon game also went under a trademark. So I think they might actually reveal that. I wouldn't be too surprised if it was revealed that that's going to be another free game on the lines of Unite, where it's more of like a gotcha-esque system where you can pay to have some like skins and get some of the characters to buy stuff. I mean, they've done doing a lot of 3 stuff. I think the mainline games are what makes them the money. So I wouldn't be too surprised if they do another free spin-off game that is more in the lines of Unite and like the TCG Pocket stuff. Like, that would be pretty cool. And honestly, out of those 3, I think I would like that one the most. As obviously, if we get the remakes for Gen 5, they're going to be down the line, and Gen 10 is going to be very much down the line. But the new spin-off game is the only game that we actually might get considerably soon, if it is going to be like a free add-on game. So I kind of actually care about that slightly a little bit more. Obviously, none of these things are confirmed, so I just wanted to throw that out there to see if these would stick. Last and not least, some kind of weird stuff. So first I'll tackle the 2 lesser big things. My favorite Pokemon are shown and possibly get a Mega revealed. Now, I already do have a couple of my favorite Pokemon who have Mega evolutions. If you've seen my Dream Team video, you know Metagross, Gardevoir, and Aggron already all have Mega evolutions, and they're my favorite Pokemon. But if one of my favorite Pokemon, like on my like top 15, top 20, are showcased like to be in the game and confirmed and to get a Mega, I would be very ecstatic. 2 of my favorite Pokemon, Gliscopod, which is my favorite Pokemon, and Aegislash actually are in Gen 9, so them being in Gen ZA would be big. Aegislash is already confirmed because that's a Gen 6 Mon, but Gliscopod isn't, as that's a Gen 7, so I don't know if he would, like, they would pull from past games, I don't know, or future games, not past games. But I think I would be very, very happy to see either one of those. Now, Scarlet Violet DLC or sequel is a little bit of a curveball. Now, it's no secret that Scarlet and Violet has been good, at the same time has been bad. In terms of actually getting Pokemon more showcased, in terms of, like, more competitiveness, decent, like, cool typings, and, like, everything, Gen 9 did a very good job with that. That being said, there's still some to be desired. So I wouldn't put it out of the way for them to kind of do what they did with Black and White and just make the game again, but improve upon it, add new stuff, maybe fix it, make up for graphics. This might be like a Switch 2 game, not a normal Switch. Just make the game really good and make it fun. Now, the second thing, or not make it fun, sorry, that was me saying stuff wrong. I already have fun with it. This isn't scripted, by the way, I'm just kind of spitballing here. And then the DLC side comes from some rumors that we might get another free DLC for Scarlet and Violet that actually will lead into ZA. If you don't know, there's a very, very big theory that the giant crater of Area 0 in Paldea is actually the area where the ultimate weapon was set off from Gen 6. The ultimate weapon that AZ set off to try and revive his Floette, or Lysander set off. that is a result of the like war a really long time ago. And the idea that the terrestrialization is leftover mega energy is a really cool theory, and I just think it's a fun fan theory. But the idea that there's an actual DLC to try and link these games together is a cool idea, because Kalos and Gen 6 have like no lore whatsoever. Most of that stuff is relegated to the anime, like with Zygarde stuff, which I kind of talked about last video I talked about Pokemon. And I think them trying to link stuff together and make it cohesive would make sense. In Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, there actually was stuff linking to Legends Arceus, but we don't have like a spin-off game that could necessarily, or remake that could link to ZA. So the idea that they make another free DLC to try and go back is really cool to me. Now, that's going to be it for this video. Obviously, this bingo sheet is kind of all over the place. I personally am very happy with the full results of this video. I like this bingo sheet. Yes, some of this stuff is kind of outlandish, like a Scarlet and Violet sequel or DLC. Obviously, it's kind of coping with a Gen 5 remakes and stuff like that, but I'm very, very, very excited for what was going to come Pokemon Day, and I am 100% going to stream it live. So if you want to see my reactions live, I recommend you like and subscribe and stay tuned for when that video comes. Obviously, it will be a video, most likely posted around the same day as the Pokemon Presents, but it will also be live. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I believe it is around 9 a.m. is around when the Presents starts. Next week, next Thursday, 27th. Stay there, or be there. And thank you all much for watching. Stay noble. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.